I'm on time. I'm on time. I don't know about you. Yeah, I'm on time this morning, so come on. Wake up. Let's get going here. Uh, yeah, I got a message this morning. Good morning, Chris. Good morning. Maybe it's be me and you. No, here comes Erica. Uh, I was on time. My clock's at 8 o'clock, and here I am. And we only got two folks. Well, that's two. Have fun. Oh, there's Suzanne. Ronnie. Oh, yeah, Ronnie. He's in trouble. Carly K. Good morning. I got a message here on my phone from my friend Will. uh, Rosemary, good morning. Christina, Lisa, uh, good morning. Are they going fast now? Okay. Karen, good morning. Kate, Tricia, Heidi, Amanda, Stephanie, Miss Can't Do, good morning. Steve, good morning, buddy. Suzanne, Diana, good morning. They go fast now. Okay. My friend Will sent me this message this morning, and I'm going to read it to you real quick, and then we'll get on into our things. It says, Ronnie is stuck in the outhouse again. He done brought home a new puppy, and his wife and Taco are mad. Well, I'll tell you why they're mad. First off, Diane's his wife, sweet, sweet lady, you know. He don't deserve her. But anyway, she says, good morning, Vera. Happy birthday. One day late. Now, I told you yesterday, too. Uh, it's just another person that has to clean up behind. She has to clean up behind him and Taco and his cat, Tom. Roddy don't do nothing. He is helpless. So, yeah, Will said he's in the outhouse, and I'm sure that's probably going to have to stay. Him and his new puppy named her Heidi. I thought that was sweet. He says, it's okay if I name her Heidi after my Heidi. He says, she got a, yes, I did. Thank you, Vera. I could sing to you, but that'd probably mess it up. That'd mess it up. Anyway, okay, our dad has been moved. I didn't get all of that. Praise God, he's getting moved from somewhere. I missed it. It come by so fast. Yeah, new puppy Heidi. Taco, he sent me a picture of Taco when he talked to him. Taco, this other little dog, you know, and jealous. Uh, uh, oh, you want to hear Blue Eyes crying in the rain? Oh, no. Oh, Lord. I may start charging for these songs. There's William. Good morning to his sweet friend Ron. Oh Lord, you guys. Well, I got some sweet friends out there too, and I ain't gonna call them all by name, but they're sweet, sweeter than Ron. Tell you that for sure. Uh, Lex's mom, he has a birthday Saturday. He'll be 13, right, baby?
Pardon me?
Lex will be 13.
Yes.
He'll be a teenager Saturday. We won't have him Saturday. We'll get him the next week. And then I think Lester's going to have a birthday party for him and all that, so we'll all go do all that stuff. But his mom called yesterday, and he'd been in a track meet with 4 schools. And the little guy's fast. He's a little bit faster than his PawPaw. He was. And he won first in a 300-yard with hurdles. He won first. And then in the 400-yard, just around the
400-yard dash.
a 400-yard dash.
Yeah.
She said he won.
Or was it?
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, one lap around the track, whatever. He won first out of those in his group. I thought that was pretty awesome. She was real proud, and as were we. Uh, I was fast one time when I was young. I could run with the wind. And I tell Jake them that. Jake, it must have been a windless day.
800-meter dash. He came in third out of 4 schools.
Okay.
300-meter hurdles. He came in first out of 4 schools.
All right, baby. Thank you. See, us guys, you ladies, y'all know this too. Us guys always get corrected. We always get corrected. We never right. We never right. Yeah, he is fast and he can jump and he's over here playing around. He's very athletic. Always out kicking soccer balls and playing football with LE and stuff. Just very athletic. And he wanted to be in track this year, and he's doing really good. Thank you, Michelle. Way to go, Lex. Thank you. Thank you, Rebecca. Anyway, Ben and I got started yesterday. Oh, we don't have no babies as of yet. As of early this morning, there's no babies yet. But they could go anytime. Those two are ready anytime to have babies. And I'd rather be up in the middle of the day, nice and warm. And so I ain't got to go out there and sit all night long, just in case. Good morning, Dawn. You got your coffee. I see that. Okay, good. And G said, it's almost 8 o'clock, and I'm still dragging around here. I hadn't got my coffee made yet. And I get up at 4:30, because Coda Bear comes at 5. Well, this morning she didn't come at 5. And when Jill brings her, he's around 6. Because Dust Up brings her on his way to work. But she brought her at 6 when she's wide awake, so might well get up. I didn't get up. I lay there in my chair. But still, you can't sleep with that going on. And running through the house and all that kind of crazy stuff. Yes, anyway, Ben came yesterday. And we started my raised beds, and we're going to do the other one today, if all goes well. I think they're going to work out good. I had some negative remarks from Ron. Only bed Ron knows is his bed. He don't know anything about a raised bed. And the only thing he knew about vegetables is what was at the store. It's okay, Tracy. You can be tardy. I was tardy a few times in my life. Susan having a birthday. I didn't get all of that. 75 to 80 in Birmingham. Yeah, it's going to be a warmer day here too, guys. I love these nice days, spring days. I think, Suzanne's having a birthday. Okay. Okay, Ronnie. They didn't get me yet. I think the raised bed's going to work out good. We get done with this other one. Then on my own, when I have time, I'm going to put a short one on each end. And it'll kind of enclose that whole little framework there. Where that septic tank is, Ronnie. That's right. Ronnie wanted to make comments about my garden there with the septic tank. And I ain't going to say the terminology he used. Ronnie. Anybody run naked through the yard, his terminology is going to be a little bit off. But anyway, they're enclosed tanks. They're enclosed. You wouldn't even know they're there if I didn't tell you. Debris found all of her chickens. I didn't know she was missing some, but I don't doubt it, because during the day, she lets them out and they just kind of go everywhere. I went out yesterday, checked for packages, or one evening, checked for packages. Well, actually, it just got dark in that little house, where we get our packages delivered. She says, I think I had a package delivered, so I go out to check. There's one of our old chickens sitting in there. Yeah, sitting up in there on that table. So who knows if she's found it? I don't know. Running loose. And mine do too, though. Mine do too. I'm not saying, she shouldn't let them out. Mine go out in that pasture where Ivan and the goats go during the day. And so far, I've been watching real close. So far, I haven't had lost one. But I did see a hawk one day fly up and land in a tree and looking at him. And I made him leave. And I told him he wasn't welcome. But who knows, he may come back. Good morning, Ricardo and Kate, Maria. I'm not going to use James this year. It was an awesome little garden. Awesome. It's kind of inconvenient for me because Ellie keeps, those gates all closed. You got to go through a bunch of gates. And, here, the garden right here, I can go out anytime, walk out there, just when I mess around and do anything. But there it was kind of a special trip. I'm going to go to the garden for a while, and which is okay. And my time's not that valuable. But I'm just saying, it's kind of out of the way. Yeah, I'll have some cucumbers, Ronnie. As another little remark he made. But yeah, it's be a lot more convenient for me. And I've got water right there by it, a water hose, stuff like that, and it's just right there, and be real easy. My beehive's right there beside it. Maybe that'll even help on pollination. Hopefully, I can get some more bees in there too. I'll set a trap here maybe next week. Get down and set a trap. Maybe a couple traps. So that's what's going on here on the hill. I haven't started no seeds, and I've sent some Tabasco seeds, and I plan on doing that. As you'll notice, we don't have that pink light no more. She gave that to me, and I'm going to put it over my seeds. I'm going to start some Tabasco seeds that I've sent. Next day or two out there in my kitchen somewhere, or out there in my old kitchen. There's still enough stuff in there I can set up my light and stuff and put my plants in there. May do some tomato plants, and I'm not sure. That's about the only thing I would do is tomato plants, maybe some of these peppers. Okay. Mary grows hers in a tall laundry bed to keep the groundhog. We don't have the groundhog problems. And these raised beds shouldn't have no problem with anything, on the ground, so to speak. I may have to watch out for those peacocks. So they like to roost on everything out there. They get up on top of that lumber. They get up one day, one of them sitting on top of my beehive. They're sitting up there. And I don't want them to start wanting to roost in my cucumbers. Did have some issues like that down at Ellie's last year. Chickens come in there. And in fact, I found a nest of eggs in my tomato patch where all the tomatoes were growing. They come in there every day and lay. Mess around in your garden. That wasn't no big deal. They didn't hurt nothing, I don't guess. Okay, good morning there.
Take it to your room. Put it on your tray.
Well, the cats dig in your soil. They probably would, but up raised beds, they probably shouldn't have no reason to. There's soil everywhere. They can dig anywhere. To have it reasonably climb up into a raised bed, and they're out there too. The cats are not so much out there, old Tootsie Cat goes out there, and Roman goes out there now and then messes around, but I don't think they're gonna be in my garden. Oh, Jimmy's here. All right, sweet Jimmy. Jimmy's such a nice guy. Very supportive, very nice, and it makes you wonder, because he is so nice and he hangs out with Ronnie, that Ronnie could be just the opposite. It's like the opposite side of a coin. You know, you got the heads, which would be Jimmy, and then you got the tails, that'd be Ronnie. Yeah, Ron, I should say Ron. Uh, uh, no, William's not brainwashed. William is a nice guy, Ronnie. Anybody that doesn't agree with Ronnie, he thinks they're brainwashed or they're not smart like he is. Well, it's not too smart to bring a strange dog in without your wife's approval. You find yourself locked in your room with your new dog. I can't talk about bringing new dogs in. My wife brings them in. Oh, it's the cutest little puppy. That little guy, he's a little bitty. He thinks he's big as the rest of them. And he wants to wrestle with everybody in there. And the only one that he's a little bit scared of, well, Bandit, is Buster. Buster is waiting to kind of roll him. He wants to roll him like he does the rest of them. Right, Buster? Buster, you want to roll him, don't you? Yeah. See, I like to roll him in the dirt, make it a little white dog brown. uh, anyway, I think I talked to Steve and them yesterday, and they're doing good. I think the weather's improving pretty good up there for them too. They're in Tennessee, and a lady told me last night. I think she's in New Zealand. She says I think her weather's horrible there, horrible cold. Yeah, there you go, Kathy. William is a Southern gentleman. You know, most of us guys that had that law enforcement background, like old William there, you know, polite, nice, gentleman type people. It's the kind of we guys we are. And he's probably more so than me because he's been in it a lot longer than I would. Good morning, Don, Lynn. But you know, good morning, Deborah. Deanna Boyer. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, I am with names. You know, I'm not that good on these names. Anyway, I think my raised beds are going to work good. Ronnie told me, he said, well, that we put that cow panel up. He says, how you going to be able to reach the top? That's why I got grandkids. You know, if I can't reach the top, but my cucumbers, if they're up on that, they're going to hang down. I should reach up, pull them down. But if I need a grandkid out there, I get one. I put little old Carter up there, Coda Bear climbing around on that wire, picking them for me. Atari, good morning. Yeah, hello in the Netherlands. Good morning. Someone said something about Bigfoot. Yeah, he's out there. He's out there somewhere. I was wearing a shirt yesterday. I don't know if y'all noticed it. I had Bigfoot with a Santa hat on. Yeah, you got to believe in this stuff. If you ever seen one, or heard one, or got scared by one, you'd believe on. Now, Ronnie, all he has to worry about some gators chasing his chickens out there every day, and him and Taco kind of have to dodge them too. But Bigfoot's out there, guys. Too many people have seen it. I don't mean just people like Ronnie, Neil. I'm talking about real people, doctors, lawyers, policemen, you know, teachers, you know, people that upstanding like us have seen or heard. I haven't actually seen him, but I felt him. I know he was there. He's out there. And hey, that sound, that they sent that tape the other day, Alberta. There ain't nothing in the woods sound like that, but it could be. It has to be a Bigfoot. Nothing. And That's what Jimmy said he heard over in Louisiana out there in the woods over there. There's that very same sound. So you know it's got to be. And old Dan and his cousin JJ down there was that sound, almost the same thing right there in them brush and the treetops up there right close to them. Scared them to death. No, Dan run off and left JJ hung on the fence. Dan had the gun. JJ hung up the fence. The light wouldn't work. It didn't get him though. Old Dan gets scared. He's fast. He's fast. Uh, Big boy, but he's fast. Uh, oh, y'all probably know about Dan and his shoulder. Uh, so I ain't gonna say a whole lot about that. He went down his shoulder, got his shoulder messed up, and they got to run some tests before they can do any kind of surgery because they started to fix it, and then at AFib kicked in. He didn't even had that, but they said it may have been from the medication, you know, whatever, putting him under or whatever. So they want to run some tests. They stopped the operations and stopped, you know, and as soon as they got him out of there, everything settled down. It may just be getting, you know, anxiety or something. You know, I get anxiety. You get oozy. You know, only certain people make me have anxiety. Uh, oh yeah. But anyway, what happened to Tex? I see somebody say I felt bad for Tex. I didn't get to see what happened to Tex. Ronnie got what was it, Ronnie? A miniature rat terrier, I think. It's a rat terrier. Yeah. Rat. Buster. Rats begat rats. It has to be a rat dog to hang out with Ronnie. Oh, he's missing Chuck. Well, well. Settle down, son. I don't want you to hurt nobody. Yeah, you know, sometimes you separate cows. I hadn't ever noticed. Well, I've never had like just two bulls running together all the time. That would get upset because another one left. Uh, uh, so Chuck is going to the vet today for that little snip job. Yeah, might be more than a snip job with him. Chuck's gonna come back a steer. Yeah. Tex may have been worried he's next. He may say, oh no, they start this kind of stuff, I'm next. Uh, well, Chuck may be a tough old bull. He don't mess with Tex. But then again, you know, you never know. I told y'all a little story about that little Mexican fighting bull my brother had. How he worked over that big Brangus bull I had. He worked him over the little horns. He'd get up inside where that big bull couldn't get around to him good. It can be tough. Yeah, some animals do have, well, you know, animals do have more compassion in most instances.
Yeah.
You know, unless you're a lion, you're hunting down that little deer out there in the jungle. Yes. You ain't much compassion there. But some folks can do some horrible things to people. I mean, horrible things. And y'all seen it on the news or in real life. You know, it's bad things can go on by people, human beings. You know. Animals do bond. They sure do. And I'll tell you, and I think Will might vouch for this too. He raises cattle, and some of you guys do too. I've taken heifers, weaned them from their moms, and took them to another pasture. I had 5 pastures back in my heyday, and it had lease pasture with some cows on them. Not a lot of cows, but you could take heifers away from their mamas to another pasture. And you may keep them up there 2 or 3 years, or maybe, lease run out. You might bring some back home or to another pasture, whatever. But the thing was, whenever they come back, mom knows daughter, and daughter knows mom, and they just connect right off. And you think well, animals probably don't remember. Well, they do remember. They do remember. And from that point on, if they was here, they'd graze together, sleep together. It's like they did when it was a calf and a mama, It always amazed me. And I'll tell you something else that I think is pretty neat. Cattle, and I'm sure all animals, but cattle could recognize your vehicle without, no matter how many vehicles pass this pasture every day, your vehicle starts going down the road. They look up and start heading for the gate. They know it's you. How do they know that? It's the same way I think sometimes horns, you blow horns. These old hunters would blow their horns, the old cow horns they used, and their dogs would come to it. Other dogs might keep on doing what they're doing. They know the sounds, and they were being called back. But I've had cows just, I drive up to a pasture and they'd be out there grazing. I'm not blowing a horn at us, just driving along. And they look up and here they come, running toward the gate. So yeah, cows, animals, a lot smarter than people give them credit for. But look at Buster. Yeah, look at Buster. Anyway, Chuck belongs to Tex. Okay, that's gonna be their buddy. He'll be his buddy, I guess, from now on. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Lost her little lamb. Megan lost her lamb. I've never had sheep. I actually never wanted a sheep. And I guess because I always thought about having to shear them. I've seen movies where they have to shear them sheep. I'd hate to get up there to try to wrestle a sheep down shearing. But I know there are some sheep, and I think Carla, her and her husband have sheep out here in Central Texas that you don't have to shear a different kind of sheep. That's the kind I'd have to have, Those I don't have to shear them.
Blanches, and then everybody told him you have to kind of blanch it.
I don't know about what you're saying about not giving bulls. Are you saying they don't give him a sedative? I would think they would give him something. We had I raised a bull calf for a fellow. I say I raised him. He purchased him. And came out here to get him, and he brought the vet with him, and they basically put him not to sleep, but tranquilized him while they neutered him before they loaded him up and took him away. Now, he didn't cry out of it. He just lay out on the ground. They did it, loaded him up, and away they went. So I'm guessing, I would think it'd be painful. Yeah, I would think so. In the old days, for sure they didn't use nothing. I've watched them old cowboys just had old big corral up here back near the boy, and them old cows run loose. They bring them in once or twice a year, and they'd brand them calves, neuter them calves, castrate. They call it castrate, but there wasn't no medication. Just straight out, good sharp knife and get after it. None of them ever died from it, but I guess they could have. But that, sometimes, depending on it, the summertime, they'd always put some medicine on there for screw worms. Excuse me. We don't have that many episodes of that kind of stuff no more. Used to. Uh, Texas did this, and maybe a lot of states did this here screwworm eradication program way back. Uh, they're caused from flies. Flies, certain kind of fly, lay the eggs. They turn into these screwworms, and they can kill an animal depending on where they're at, in the navel or wherever. So Texas come up with this deal about uh, uh, sterilizing all these male flies. Yeah, and flew them all over South Texas, dropping them out of airplanes. They flies. I'm serious. And it almost wiped that kind of problem out. So you don't see that very often anymore. But they make this medicine would kill them. You put it in a wound or whatever. And Ronnie and I was talking about it one day, and this stuff stunk like crazy. You get it on your hands, you wear it off. It wasn't gonna wash off. But it had to be that way so it wouldn't wash out of the wound or something. It'd stay in that wound until it healed up. I have no idea what they called it. Uh, I remember it. All right, guys. I'm going to leave here. When I leave here in a minute, the minute I get out of here, I'm going straight to the feed store to get a donut. Maybe two. No, I got to feed. I've got feed just enough to feed this morning. And I want to go and get back before Ben gets here so we don't have no holdups. Barber pole worms, I saw somebody said that, is a different type that's an intestinal type worm. They're the worst, I think, for goats can get. They attach and they suck blood. And you can have a goat infected with these things. Yeah, I say infected. And that goat will almost die before you know he's even sick. You gotta really watch for them. Be careful. Best way I found, you can take their poop and have it all checked out with the vets and stuff like that. And that's good if you have the time and can do all that. But an easy way, I was telling Ellie and Megan, pull that bottom eyelid down. If it's pink, they're probably okay. Still, you could worm them. I worm mine like once a month. And I rotate my wormers. But so my goats very seldom have a worm issue. But pull that bottom eyelid down. If it's white, then you got a sick goat. In other words, it's anemic. It's already about got all the blood sucked out of him. Seriously, and that goat will just lay down almost overnight and die on you. It'll go off feed. It'll get diarrhea, go off feed, and it's about done for. The worst case I had, and I'll tell you who had it, and it's Two Spot. Two Spot. And I think it's why she's so sweet. Likes me now. Okay, William. Y'all go ahead. Talk about me. Two Spot somehow missed a worming. I know when I had 20, 25 goats that somehow she missed a worming. And one day I just noticed she just wasn't acting like the rest of the goats, dragging behind. They all go to the back pasture. She's dragging behind. So I stopped her, and the first thing I checked out, her eye was just very, very pale, almost white. Oh, Lord. So I take her, bring her back home, put her in fence. She was still eating, but not eating good. Just kind of nibble at it. And I wormed her, but she also had developed diarrhea. And I had her separated. So it was she wouldn't eat on her own. So I took yogurt. Got it from G. I slipped some of G's yogurt out. And I'd go out in little cups, and I'd squeeze a whole cup into her mouth and just make her eat it. Plus, I was giving her worm medicine. Plus, I was giving her what they call red cell. It's for build her blood back up. And you can buy that at the feed store. And I'd give her a syringe of that. And I did this a couple of times a day. Now, the wormer only did that once. The other, I did a couple of times a day. It was about 3 days before she would actually go ahead and eat her own feed. And the diarrhea cleared up. From that point on, she's recovering. But yeah, it could have been bad for her if I had just happened to notice her not keeping up or paying more attention to them, But somehow she missed it when we was worming. Uh, yeah, you like that, Ronnie. You like that. Y'all, I'm so glad some of you guys haven't fell into this here, in this pit, with these two. You guys, you know, and then they will say, oh, there's somebody brainwashed and this, that, or sweet Jimmy's brainwashed, or Steve won't get in on it, because they're good people. They're good people. These two guys here are outlaws. They're a gang. Yeah, they're a gang. I don't know who's leading who. I don't know if they know. Uh, I like them. I like them both. Yeah, you're right. They're full of it. They sure are full of it. They sure are. Uh, yeah, Ronnie, I see. I see. Ronnie's one of these kind likes to pick something and say, "Hey, you know what he said? Hey, you know what he said?" He's one of their kind of guy. Back and forth. Back and forth. Well, Will is too. They both are. Uh, yeah, sheep and goats, they do. Uh, I had goats healthy as you would think, like Karen. Uh, Laid down, go to sleep one night, and that's where she's at the next day. Passed away in her sleep. Uh, Johnny. Johnny lay out there beside the hay, you're back where all of them goats lay up there and just never got back up. It's crazy. But Johnny and Karen, uh, I think, talked to my cousin who has a goat ranch. I talked to a couple of vets. Sometimes they have just like a sudden death thing, a heart deal, just it quits. Uh, Very sad. I got a friend like Ronnie. I know, baby. I know. It's sad. It is sad. Uh, I lowered myself down to his damn. I miss Johnny and I miss Karen. Johnny was so full of, he's full of it. And Karen, you couldn't help but admire her. She could escape out of any pen you put her into. And you guys that never knew her, she was twin to Sophie, but looked completely different. She looked like a little baby, the white, just the brown head. And she'd go through a cow pound. She was big, and she'd go through a cow pound. She'd just stick one leg through, then her head, and another, and just snake her way through. And you'd go out there and hang out with them cows. And I'd go out, and she'd be missing. I'd look down at them cows laying out around a big pine tree and stuff down there. Actually, a little white spot laying out there with them. That'd be her. They got up to go grazing. She'd graze right along with them. She didn't want to hang out with goats. She was sweet. Uh, oh, yeah. Lisa, I didn't get to read all that. Uh, Folks on here on this page of what we're doing right now, I think is just a bunch of good friends. I think we all have our friends, and we joke, we pick. Uh, we said Ronnie good no matter what I say. Yeah, y'all got to stick together. Y'all got to stick together, you two. But I enjoy these guys. They don't bother me. I laugh at them. I know I'm kind of up here, and they're but that's okay. I can associate with them. Oh, they are. They're good guys. I really like them. They get kind of. Yeah, Johnny was funny. Johnny he couldn't run along with the goat, so we went to the back pasture. He had to ride. He wasn't not going. He'd get up in the back and ride. He didn't care as long as he's riding. Uh, yeah, you're right, Atari. Yeah, he's worse than that. He's like another part. He's like another part. Uh, that's true, Veronica. If I didn't pick on these guys around here, they think there's something wrong with me. I pick on every one of them. Little ones, I don't care how little they are. I start on them early. And I stay on them. You got to. You got to stay on them. We have fun here. We have fun. I have fun of picking these guys, and sometimes you make. Well, you can't make Bree speechless because she'll come back with something. But I always try to just leave her just, you know what? Uh, Jake took the little black heifer yesterday or this morning. It was not. It was not blackberry. Uh, I went out and checked, make sure he got the right one. She's a young heifer. She and I don't understand this, but those cows would not let her eat as long as they wanted to eat. And she had to stay back out of the way. They just eat, and eat. And if she come up there to eat cubes or whatever, they'd run her off. They're just like, and she's born and raised with them right here. So I told Jake she'd probably do better over his young cows, you know. And William, cousin's doing good. He's doing good. He don't get out as much as he used to, but he's doing good. He kind of like us. He babysits a lot during the week, and he only leaves his weekends to get stuff done actually for himself. Uh, but anyway, I told him you have a little calf. You want to take her, and I was going to pin her for him yesterday. And that's what we talked about. He come by yesterday morning and said he could take her today. I said, well, I'll pin her tomorrow, yesterday evening. I said, when I go out, I'll call her in. And no, it was not Blackberry. Blackberry's here. She's fine. And I'll have to put her in the corral for you. But when Dust come in yesterday to get a Coda bear, he said, I see Jake loaded that calf up. I said, oh, is he already out here? He said, yeah, he got her loaded. He's going to help him. He said, he already got her loaded when he got here. So, I said, okay. So anyway, he left with her this morning. I saw him out there yesterday, him and Alyssa, and I said, you got the right one? He said, well, you better go check. I might have Moses. I'm going to go check right now. But he got the right one. I don't want a bunch of cows, guys. I'm not able to take care of them, keep them up, keep fences all up and stuff. And, you know, I got a few out there that just like pets, I guess you call it, because I've had cows all my life, and I think I'll have a cow to the day I die, you know. No, not for any purpose, not for the money or anything, just to have one, you know. How old is Moses? I don't know if he got, what is he, about 4 or 5 years old? I used to only keep cows to make money, and I kept records on them, even crossbred cattle up these pastures. If a cow didn't have a calf a year, or real close, she was gone. She was out of here. Uh, but I don't do that no more. I don't keep up their ages or when they have calves or when they don't have calves. If one bred or she didn't breed, it don't matter. They're just like pets, you know. I'm kind of like you should call a hobby farmer, I guess you call me, you know. Uh, I like them. I like to go out and hang out with them. I like to go out and hang out with the goats and Ivan and them and listen to Ivan complain about everything, but, you know, it's okay. 42nd anniversary. I didn't get to see the name. Come back with that name there. Michelle, you have a great day. Yes, thank you, Suzanne. Lisa is mowing. I planted ryegrass in our yard, so it stayed green. She likes a green yard all winter. She hates to see everything dead looking. And I've mowed it once. And I told her I need to probably mow it again. She said, "Oh, please don't. It looks so pretty." Okay, about so tall. Like, let Ivan come in here. Uh, okay. Uh, bye, man's probably off to work. She's over there in England. Uh, yeah, I'm not going to raise pigs. Somebody said I need to raise pigs because Lex likes bacon so much. I'm going to tell you something about pigs. We've had pigs. You got to have a good fence for pigs. Uh, and if you don't, they're going to root out, dig out, push out. Now, cow panels, back when I was raising hogs as kids, we didn't have cow panels. We had a regular old net fence. But they can be tough on fences. They can be tough on little shelters and stuff. Old hogs. They get hogs. Had a neighbor who used to say hogs. Yeah, them old hogs. Uh, but I don't want to raise pigs. I ain't gonna say I wouldn't. I ain't gonna say I wouldn't. You know, take care of one if it's a baby and they needed somebody to help take care of it. But I really don't want to raise hogs. Um, Rob, Tina's husband, brought me two little gilts and a little boar one year as a birthday present. And there's little deer ox, beautiful little pigs. And they're unrelated, and I was tempted. He got them from a breeder up, lived over close to where he lived. And I was tempted to go in the hog business. Tempted, just tempted. But I didn't. Uh, I traded one of them. Uh, yeah, Ronnie. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. I traded one of them for a goat. Uh, a friend of mine wanted a pig, a boar pig. He had a sow, and I traded in that little boar for a goat, a little boar goat, boar, B-O-E-R, uh, Billy goat. That was the first one I named Johnny. Is the old Johnny way back, and we lost him in Harvey, and I traded. I sold it one of the sows to the same guy. Sold her, and I sold the other one eventually. I can't remember who I sold it to. Yeah, I sold her too. Anyway, I got out of the hog business, but I didn't want to have to raise hogs when I thought about it. Uh, Guys, I'm gonna be cutting this off pretty quick. I've got to go to the feed store. I'll feed up. Ben will be here at 10. And sorry, Janet. I think it was Janet. Lost her husband 15 years ago. Uh, yeah, Ronnie wants to say if I had hogs, I'd eat the feet off. I love pig's feet. Now, he sends me a picture of a platter with pig noses. I don't know. That's the kind of stuff Ronnie and them eat over there. I like pig's feet. If you've never eaten one, pick pig's feet. You're missing it. You're missing it. As G says, I can't eat them in the house. He says, I can't stand that smell. Don't eat them in the house. Pickles pig's feet. Yeah, they're good. No, they don't have toenails on them. They're clean. They're just meat. Oh, they got some bones. The old doc used to say, pig knuckles. Pig knuckles. Oh, well, everybody their own, right? Uh, yeah, I like them, and Ronnie likes tadpoles. I can't feature, scooping up a little basket full of tadpoles and frying them. He says the same thing as frog legs, but that's what they're going to turn into. Uh, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to comment on what William and Ronnie say about me. Because they say bad things about me. Y'all know I don't deserve it. You know, PawPaw don't deserve some of the things they say. Uh, got hatched by a buzzard and all kinds of stuff. I ain't gonna say how it all happened, how it come about. These guys. Uh, and you have a good day too, sweetie. And happy 42nd anniversary. That's awesome. That's awesome. Uh, you know, seriously, I I shouldn't say this probably. Probably shouldn't say it. Uh, I think some of the younger folks they don't stay married that long. Say it that way. They don't stay married that long. Uh, some of us older folks, we stuck it out best we could. Uh, we used to talk about chickens. My mom always had tons of chickens, and one year, I'll tell you a quick story before I cut this off. Uh, my dad got her a freezer, bought her a freezer, old chest type freezer, and the plan was they was going to raise a bunch of chickens, butcher them, fill up that freezer. Because what we'd do is usually didn't have chicken, we'd have fried chicken on Sundays. And she had a bunch of chickens. So my dad, we get home from church. My mom was getting everything going in the house. He'd go out to the chicken yard, throw some and scratch on the ground, and chickens all come flying. And he'd pick out the one he wanted. He had a little long wire, had a little hook on it. He'd just reach down and pluck him by his foot, pull him up to him, and that's the one we eat that day. But they said, let's just raise us a bunch. So there was a special, or maybe it wasn't a special, maybe just regular price, but it's real cheap. It's about 100 in the little roosters, day-old roosters. I don't know how they can tell a boy from a girl when they're day-old, but they do. And so my mom bought 100, and we raised them. And we're thinking, okay, when it comes butcher time, we'll probably do about 10 a day. Take 10 days. Maybe 20 a day. Take 5 days. You know, we're thinking big. Well, I'm gonna tell you something. And my dad's working, so it's up to mom and us kids. You go out, you pull a chicken out of the cage, and she'll say you dispatch him. You kill him, okay. Then you gotta go and dip him in that boiling water and pluck them feathers. Stinks. Then you hold him over the fire and burn the little pin feathers off. It stinks. Then you gotta take the intestines out. We call it gutting them. Gotta gut him. Gotta gut him. Cut the gizzard away from it. The heart, I think something we saved. It was a nasty job, I thought. And we ended up we may have done 10 the first day, but it was an all-day process. So I think after that we said we would do 5 a day. So we're looking at about almost a month of killing chickens. I was ever so glad to get all of them killed and get them in that freezer. That was good when it come time to, cut them up and fry them and all that. That's great. But that part there, I did not care for, and I would not want to do it again. Not saying I won't, but I don't want to. Peggy Irwin, good morning. Amy, you have a good day, Amy. Yeah, thank you, Tricia. Exactly. It's a nasty job. And now I love fried chicken. I love fried gizzards. She likes the fried livers. I don't want liver. But we filled that freezer up. And I don't think we did it that way after that. I think it was the only year we did that many at one time. I think after that it got to be a few now and then. Because my mom was tired of it too. But anyway, it worked out pretty good. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of this thing and I'm going to head down to the feed store. I'm going to drive up and I'm going to Stick my head out the window. Y'all got donuts? And they say, no. Ah, no, I'm not. I got to get feed. Yeah. And just hopefully there'll be a donut there. I finally finished those that Ronnie sent, and they didn't kill me. I eat 2 a day. I kept them in the freezer, and I'd take out 2, microwave them, and eat them. Maybe the microwave probably killed the germs that Ronnie put on. I know he probably put something on them before he sent them over here. You know, uh, William likes souse meat. I have no idea what souse meat is, William. That sounds nasty. I don't know souse. What? Souse? I don't know what that is. Yeah, people over in Georgia, there's no telling what the people over in Georgia eat. Ronnie here in Louisiana eats tadpoles. Then they want to make fun of me. Head cheese. Okay, Mary. I don't want none of that either. Hog's head cheese. Uh, Lisa said I'd eat it. I eat a lot of stuff. Uh, oh, Lord. Tell you a story, Peggy, real quick about that. My brother-in-law, years ago, drove a chicken truck. You know, you see these trucks come by, crates of chickens going to the market. He pulled it out there in Houston, one of these places. And these guys unloading those crates, you know, they empty them, and this thing coming by, it's like a conveyor belt with hooks. They hook the chickens on there, and they go down that line. And up inside, he said there's some dead chickens. Those chickens, they hook it going down to be processed. They hook them right on there. They went, oh, Lord. Yeah, I ain't ever eaten another chicken, no, the store-bought chicken. He may have been lying. But, you know, he was known to tell a story, but he swore it was true. Connie, you like frog legs. Ronnie does too. He gets them young. He gets them young. I've enjoyed this time with you guys. I look forward to these little old visits we have and all the stuff you guys talk about. I've never eaten pigs. I've never eaten ears either. My old grandpa, when I was little, butcher them hogs. It would always be a day event. You know, we'd all go over and help him and butcher them hogs out, salt all that pork down. You know, we didn't have freezers. They salted everything. And then my grandma would go in and cook us something, you know, some fresh meat, whatever it was. And we'd do all that stuff. He'd always cut the tail off for me. He said, here, let her fry his tail for you. I thought that's so good. Now I wouldn't want to eat that thing now for nothing. Well, it was all scraped. It's all clean. Yeah, I ain't gonna make a joke about that. I'm not gonna make a joke about it because these guys, them 2 guys, would make something nasty out of it. You know how they are. Guys, I hope y'all have a great day, and I'll see you back here on a live on Friday. Good Lord's willing. Ben's gonna come. We're gonna do another raised bed, hopefully, and I love pickles. Okay, Karen. Yes, I don't know about the pig sauce. I have no idea what pig sauce is. I do like the pig's feet, pig's feet. I buy a jar. I've told y'all this before. First thing you do, you buy a jar of it, you pour it juice off. That juice is nasty. And then chill it. Put it in a ice box and let it chill. Get you a package of crackers or a big glass of tea. Oh, you make your day like that. Okay. Hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you back here. And them little girls out there have babies, I might do a live out there whenever they have them. You know, it'll be unannounced because they hadn't told me when they're gonna have them. But we just can be watching, okay? All right, I love you guys. Y'all take care and have a good day. You too, William, Ronnie, y'all too. Sad for friends. Sad to have friends like that. Bye-bye. I love you guys too, okay? Thank y'all. I'm sure Ronnie will tell me what it is. There's no telling what he'll add to it. I love you guys.